Hi and welcome, it's Ruth here at artfulstampin.co.uk and I'm going to be using today Night of Navy, Pacific Point, Mint Macaron, why is this not, there we go, Mint Macaron and Daffodil Delight. Okay, so these four colours were set on the Facebook group called SU Colour Challenge, of which I've been a member of for a long time. Don't always get to take part, but they set a monthly colour challenge. So if you like colour and you like a challenge, head over there, SU Colour Challenge. So Esther, could you put the link for SU Colour Challenge on here, please? That would be super duper helpful. I'm just grabbing some texture. I need some texture stamps for the background. So here we go. And I really want to use Celebrate Sunflowers, but I do want to get some nice backgroundy kind of colour down first. I want to try using this one because it's different. Normally I'd go for the burlap looking one, but I want to just do something that unusual. So I thought that might be quite nice with the yellow. And then I'm thinking the buffalo check, I want some fragments of that in the mint macaron. So there we go. Right, hello and welcome. Hi Martina, nice to see you. And Esther's come on, and I saw Steph and Gina, and who else has popped their heads in. So welcome, welcome. Do share this out while I'm right at the beginning, because it's nice to have people join in the fun from the beginning. And, just going to put the odd bit of this, and because this is quite a rectangle stroke square design, it's quite nice that you can kind of have them meet up a bit like that. So welcome to my channel. If you've not been here before, my name's Ruth. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. And Stampin' Up is a company that sells just really lovely ink, stamps, paper, card, punches, all sorts of fabulous products. And for the main, that's what I use. Occasionally I will use another company's products, but that's because Stampin' Up don't make whatever it is that I'll be using. So here's Mint Macaron. I'm just making sure that that's inked up really well, and I only want partial inking up. I don't want to use that whole big section, so I'm just inking pretty much the size of the ink pad really. So just gonna, actually I might just twist it. Let's twist it, let's see what happens. So I just want to kind of put pressure just there really. And I'll just do second generation over here. Hi Christine, hi Carol. How are you feeling, Christine? Hi Christine Morgan, hi Liz. So it's looking quite fragmenty. Do that one there. I'm at the stage where it feels like, no, this is going to look wrong. It's not going to be right. But I'm going to keep going. Keep going, keep going. I'm thinking, it just looks too much. But I'll keep going. Oh, I think I might just do another yellow in that one. Just pop one there. Hi Tina, nice to see you. Thanks, Esther. So if anyone's interested in the SU Colour Challenge Facebook group, please do head over to that link that Esther's put up there. Esther, are you one of the administrators on it? I think you are. Hello, Bobby. Well, how are you, my darling? How's that craft room coming along? Oh, it's not at the moment. What are you waiting for to happen, Bobby? Oh, that's a good idea, Bobby. Yeah, sometimes you just need to do that. Bev. Hi, Jeanette. Hey, Cindy. Nice to see you. Steph has got a package coming from Texas. Wow. Hi, Deborah. So I've got this lovely smaller sunflower here, which I would like to use, but I also want to use the daisy. So I think I might just use the daisy first. Now I'm going to use, this is a retired item from a jig, but don't fret if you don't have one. You can get them from other companies, or you can just make one out of Lego or a bit of wood. So what you do is you get your Stamp-A-Majig, and you need to get a clear piece of plastic like this, and you put your Stamp-A-Majig, sorry, your clear plastic into your Stamp-A-Majig. Then you get your stamp. Now you have to remember which way up you're stamping your stamp. So just grab a piece of. Oh, get a bit of washi tape. That's just to show me that it's that way up. Then you stamp down like that, so that becomes your template. Then you stamp your first image, whatever that image may be. Then you get your template and you wiggle it until you're happy with the placement of the stamp. You bring your Stamp-A-Majig back in, move your template and put your stamp into place, move it off, and there you go, you've got your perfect placement there. Now I've just realised I meant to do that in Pacific Point, not this one. Never mind, I've done it now. This is Night of Navy, but I'm going to keep going. Place it over, hold it, come back. And yes, I have done this where I've just eyeballed it and hoped for the best, but I do end up a little bit disappointed if I do that. So I thought I'd do it properly this time. Okay, pop that back in there. And it is worth spending the time doing this. Oh, your hubby made you one. Awesome. It's an old Stampin' Up product. It's the bag punch board. The bag. Hi, Cheryl. Oh, you're welcome, Gina. Yeah, I've recommended people make these out of Lego if they're desperate. Just raid your child's or a child's Lego pile. I mean, you may be able to use a tea ruler, but I don't think a tea ruler would have it needs to have the thick sides for it to properly work. So. The colours are Night of Navy, Mint Macaron, Daffodil Delight, and Pacific Point. So they're from the Facebook group called SU Colour Challenge. So it's not run by Stampin' Up, it's just run by Stampin' Up fans, and you can go and pick up their monthly colour challenge. Or if you're stuck and you just want somebody to hit you with some colours, you can go on there and go, right, hit me with colours, and someone will reply and go, right, here are some colours for you. So it's quite fun. Right, I'm going to stop there because otherwise it's getting a little bit boring. Let's get some Pacific Point in here now. We've got this lovely sort of daisy as well. Oh, that's a good idea, Vicky. Yeah, check the retired groups. Yeah, or if you can get a woodworker, if you've got a woodworker in your family, then ask them to make you one. Or, yeah, a couple of bits of wood nailed at the top would do it. We're talking about the Stamp-A-Majig Norma. It's a stamp positioning tool that Stampin' Up used to sell years ago. I think you can still pick them up from various stores. It's a well-known stamping tool. So. Of course, if you're new to stamping, you may not have heard of it, but that's why I like to mention it from time to time, because I recognise that there are, people who come across my channel who haven't stamped before, so it's nice for them to know about these things. Okay, so that's Pacific Point. I'm wondering now whether to add some splatters and get some more blue going on in here. And I wanted some leaves as well. Sorry, I'm thinking. Painted poppies. I think I want to make the yellow a little bit brighter. Oh, there is one on Amazon. Okay, thank you. So I'm just using my splatter to add more yellow. I want the sunflowers to be brighter. Is it me, or is The screen a little bit blurry tonight. Oh, Cheryl has one to sell. Wow. There we go. Artful Stampin' with Ruth. Marketplace. It is blurry, isn't it? Hold on, let me see if I can give it a clean. Oh, that's better. I blame teenagers. My son uses his phone most of the time. He must have had oily fingers or sticky fingers. I know, it's amazing, isn't it? Who'd have thought, eh? I bet you all thought it was your internet. I know. Okay, so that's a nice bit of yellow gone down there now. Do I want mint macaron that as a centre? Oh, you're funny, Esther. Yeah, no, me too, Martina. Okay, I know this blue is going to calm down in a second. I know it will. I'm hoping it will. Might just stamp off, actually. Maybe I don't want it that bright. So I'm stamping off the Pacific point. I have to be careful how I say that, because otherwise I say specific point. Pacific point. Did I forget the yellow up in that corner? I think I did. Hello, Kay. You even cleaned your glasses. Oh, I'm sorry. It was me. It was my fault. There we go. Right, that's coming now. Happy with that now. Liz thought it was her eyes as well. A summer picture cloth. It does look a bit like a tablecloth, doesn't it? Right, so we do still have some leaves from the sunflowers we could use. Oh, that's frustrating, Deborah. Gets to the point where you just can't correct somebody. My other little pet peeve is when someone says they're trying to say something and they say something. Something. I did forget the one up there. Yeah, I did. Oh, Steph, sorry. Well, it's always good to check. Stamp squib. Yeah, I don't think it is squid. It is squib. It must be something else. I'm sure someone will Google it for you. Oh, I wonder if I said, okay, Google. Okay, Google. What is a damp squib? Oh. What is a damp squib? Often misheard as damp squid. The phrase damp squib has since come in general use to mean anything that fails to meet expectations. The word squib has come to take on a similar meaning, even when used as a diminutive comparison to a full explosive.
Here's the definition of squib. A small firework that burns with a hissing sound before exploding.
Oh, a squib is a firework, Esther.
Before exploding.
Oh dear. It's a soggy fuse. There you go. Your 30-year-old daughter still says squibble instead of squiggle. Squirrel. Thanks, Pamela. Got it now. There we go. Right, I would like to put something delicate in here now. Oh, I have got the fern. I don't think I want all of it, so I'm just going to ink up partial inking like that. Yeah, let's pop that in there like that. So can you see what I'm doing? I'm just kind of going to the corner there. It's very delicate, this leaf. That's what I want, just a little bit of delicacy next to all these great big sunflowers. Oh no, it's not Jeanette, it's a completely different thing. Sounds like something from an Aubrey book. What's an Aubrey book? That stamp was just like covered in ink, and I was getting a bit panicky that I'm gonna stick my fingers in it, so I just had to clean it then. Right, there we go. We could do with some little flowers now. What about framed for you? It's got some nice little daisy type things. Look, yay! That would be nice. Little yellow daisies. Oh, they're quite delicate. Because we've got a lot going on already on this paper. So I'm trying to look for the white spaces to kind of fill it. Okay, then we have this tiny little one, which is really sweet. think that would be nice in... Oh, I was going to say Pacific Point, but I'm wondering if I do it in Night of Navy and stamp it off a few times. Oh, that's so pretty. Look, you can do it 3 times with a bit of a cluster. And because it's one of those distinctive stamps, it's not a complete solid. So even though you might think, oh, it's going to be too dark. Well, I thought it was going to be too dark. It isn't. It's just really beautifully textured. Hi, Anna. See what I mean? It's very, very delicate. Oh, if anyone's watching and wanted to have a look at the pieces that I've put for sale on eBay, they are up for sale. I can pop the link in a bit later. Now, you do have to, I realise that if you're in Canada, you have to go via e.ca, not via .co.uk. So I only have one thingamajig. I discovered the inside thing from the frame of... Ah! I think I've probably thrown mine away, Martina. That's a good discovery. See, don't be like Ruth. Be like a Martina and keep the side bits of your stamps. Anna is now completely in love with Forever Fern. Well, you know, it just is one of the most beautiful stamp sets ever. So, I don't really blame you. This is probably one of the second most beautiful leaves. Well, it's my favourite at the moment. So. Actually, I'm just realising perhaps I should have done this in a different colour, but never mind. Just wanted some additional texture in there. Right, oh, now I do have that lovely sort of rain-like texture. That's quite nice. I could do that in the Pacific Point because I feel like I need some more of that colour on here now. The little flower is from Framed for You. What is my favourite stamp? You mean currently? I have lots of favourites. Currently, out of the analog or the out of the, oh, I don't know. Yeah, the blue is nice. Currently, my favourite stamp is this little leaf here. And that little one from, what's it called? All Things Fabulous. That little kind of buddy one. I've got lots of favourites at the moment, actually. I like the leaves. Oh, I tell you one that I'm really looking forward to using. And I didn't notice it until I actually bought it. So this is in the new mini catalogue. This stamp here, this will be great for getting into nooks and crannies. Yeah. Oh, and this here, this is really pretty. I like that. So I'm looking forward to having a play with that. But I feel like this needs something behind it. I just stamp a little bit of yellow so that it's got yellow in the centre. My stamp wasn't quite clean enough. Oops. Just needed something. Okay. I've been quite conservative with the little raindrop things, but yeah, I think I'll leave those. Should we have another play with that colour scheme? I've got very vanilla here, so it's all on Whisper White. This is very vanilla here. And I'm wondering, wouldn't it be fun to actually start with the... Let's start with the drops. Let's just do something a bit different and abstract. Hi Deborah. Janice suggests we colour in with the roses from So Much Love. Yeah. Oh, I missed one, did I? Okay, thank you, Janice. That's funny. Oh, no worries, Deborah. How are you doing? Okay, so I just want the sunflower to be quite pale. So wherever there's a cluster of blue, I'm just popping one of the sunflowers. I'm going to put a couple of these other daisies as well. Right. I think it would be nice to go for kind of like a bold design. I might do that in nice of navy now. Yes, the water is from Framed for You. Framed for You, yeah. How did that flower look in cinnamon cider? Which, are you talking to me? Which flower? I'm going to be sticking, do you mean this flower? I'm going to be sticking with my colour scheme. It's Daffodil Delight, Pacific Point, Mint Macaron and Night of Navy tonight. And it's taken from the SU Colour Challenge on Facebook. So if you're not a member of that Facebook group and you love colour, I do suggest you join that. Oh, the sunflower in cinnamon. Yeah, it probably will look lovely. I don't think I've ever stamped it in cinnamon, actually. Okay. Oh, you're just asking, not a question, Shane. Yeah, I don't think I've stamped it in that yet. I have, but then again, I could have. I think the first time I stamped it, I think I did it in Bumblebee, Sheila. It probably would look lovely, actually. Very natural. Actually, I'm going to leave that open because I think some leaves would look nice coming from this. Oh, look. Aren't they lovely? It's quite nice stamping like this because it feels like you're creating these little pieces of works of art all over the page, and each one is slightly different, and you can play with the juxtaposition of the different colours against other colours and the shapes against other things. It's quite therapeutic. Hi Helen. Hi Becky. I love the navy and the yellow. Is Liz still watching? Liz, didn't you say that you needed to do blue and yellow for your husband because he supports Leeds United? Okay, right, so I need to use mint macaron now. Yes, for Laura, there we go. Oh, she'll be happy then. This is mint macaron with one of the small leaves from the sunflower set. I have cut the stamp just so that you know. They actually come in a pair. But I find them that they're easier to use separated. Hi Annette. Nice to see you. Football, Pamela. Or soccer, as you guys call it in America. You're a bit late. It's all right. We'll let you... We're not closing just yet. Wickham Wanderers. Good for you. Support the small clubs. I love the delicacy of this little leaf. It's so sweet. So now I just want to bring that tiny little flower on. And I was going to do this in mint macaron, but I'm wondering whether to do it in Pacific Point. I think Pacific Point. Thank you, Deborah. These are framed for you. Little flower and the fern and that daisy and the rain or water and that one. So I've used this quite a bit actually on this one. Yeah, I've no regrets buying this stamp set at all. It's just so pretty. I think all that we need now is maybe a few little splatters. And then that'll be it. I have done it before, Deborah. Yeah, it's just the way it worked. You could turn it that way. There we go. Hi, Jenny. Yeah, it's partly new stamp syndrome, to be honest, Martina. You know, when you get a new stamp and if you haven't got anything like it in your collection, you go, oh, how else can I use it? So it's partly that. But also I do really like it. Hi, Denise. These were my main flowers for my wedding 47 years ago. My colours were yellow and lavender. Oh. So I'm stamping with the thickest part of the blobs on the inside on the flower, and then I'm trying to get the speckle bit on the outside. That's my thinking behind this. So I'm aiming the thicker bit on the inside and then having the lighter speckles on the outside. So do look at your splats and think of the best way to use them. You know, they're not just random, that they are, you know. And then sometimes don't be afraid to use portions of it. You don't have to use the whole stamp. You can, you know, if you just want to have a little bit of a splatter, just use the edge. There we go. I'll bring you in so that you can see. It's very restful, this one. Move my hand out of the way. It's causing a shadow. There we go. Hi, Donna. Welcome. Are you new? I've got to find a more polite way of saying that. Are you new? Have you been here before? I just feel like it sounds really rude. Anyway, you're very welcome, Donna. Lovely to see you. Yes, you are new. Oh, welcome to my live. Welcome. So first time on my channel, first time on a live. Oh, isn't that a small world? So Margaret was married at Wickham Parish Church. If I sent what? What's Pam saying? Oh, Pam, I thought I replied on her behalf. Sorry. I thought you were just going to send them both to me. Sorry, I should have... I don't know what I should have done, but I'll email you. Live from Australia. Hello, Donna. Oh, welcome. Oh, thank you, Deborah. Take care. Nice to see you. Right. Where's the other one gone? What's the time? Oh, it's only not even 11:30 yet. I don't know if I've got time for another one. I might have got time for one. Oh, I tell you what I wanted to do was stamp a box. These new. Let's do that. Let's stamp one of these. I'm going to use this one. Right, now because there are so many folds in this, you can't really do second generation stamping if you've stamped on a fold, otherwise it's going to show up. So just have to give it a, you have to sort of think about what you're doing. My instinct is very often to stamp and then stamp again, but it's not going to happen on this. Take care, Liz. I think while I've got this colour open, I'm just going to stamp a few of these daisies. So you can do stamping off if you don't stamp on the, what's the word I want? Score line. Yeah, don't stamp on the score line and then you can do stamping off. But if you do stamp on a score line, I wouldn't do second generation at all. You just end up with a funny line. Okay. Take care, Jeanette. Nice to see you. Don't forget the thumbs up. Thank you, Jeanette. You're so sweet. Okay, so I've aimed a big, small sunflower, medium-sized sunflower, in the middle of all those burlappy pieces. Still got some yellow to go. Oh, I suppose I could do some little yellow daisies. That would be nice. Hi Jane, hi Christine. So these are the little mini, they've called them mini paper pumpkin boxes. They're in the annual catalogue, and they fit our little notelets and envelopes in them perfectly. So you won't fit a standard size full card in them, but you will get the smaller ones. So if you like giving little notelets and cards away to people, then this would make a fabulous gift, because you imagine you could stamp a whole set up and then do a box to match. Hi, Dee. Yeah, that's fine, Kay. There won't be food set. Yeah, and I'm stamping. Well, yeah, they've kind of come into contact with. I don't know. I suppose could you spray it with whatever? I imagine even as soon as you get them out the packet that they're not really that food safe. So I'm getting the daisy and I'm getting some yellow and I'm just stamping onto the blue. But what I'm doing is then cleaning it off at the side, because what can happen is when you stamp a lighter colour onto a darker colour, it can reactivate the colour and it will come off on the stamp. And then if you put it back on the ink pad, it will start contaminating your ink pad. So just wipe it off before you go back and get more ink. So yeah, you could put wrapped chocolates, couldn't you? That would be nice. I know, please don't talk about chocolate this time of night. I haven't had my chocolate allowance for the day yet. You know what, I think this little fern is becoming a firm favourite because it's so delicate and pretty. And it just tucks in anywhere, really. I'm a big fan of foliage. Save it. No one's restricted it, Deborah, it's me. My stomach has restricted it. Have you seen the size of it in lockdown? I've put on about half a stone. I lost weight right at the beginning of lockdown because I wasn't well, and I've put it back on again. So. No, what it was the other day my husband went shopping and he bought a big bar of chocolate, and then he bought a packet of little so in the UK we have a chocolate bar called Twirl, and in them there's 2 in a packet. And so each day since we bought them, my husband and I have shared, well, we've had a packet, so we've had one each. And I've just thought I've not had mine for today yet. That's what I meant. Right. I think where else I need a leaf. Put one there. Right, that'll do. Yeah, you have a wine allowance. Oh, nice, Anna. I managed to pick up these really tinsy-weeny bottles of wine the other day from Tesco. And they're like a glass and a half type thing. And they were reduced. They were like £1.24 I got. So I thought, yay. You've overdone the chocolate since lockdown. Only put on £6, but now pre-diabetic. Oh dear. Yeah, still the sugar then. That's not good, Christine. hope you guys are not going to get bored of flowers too soon. Mind you, if you've been following my channel for a while, I'd imagine that if you didn't like flowers, you probably would have stopped following me. Talking about following people on channels, if you're new to my channel and you'd like to subscribe, you'd like to find me again, do hit that subscribe button. And if you want to be notified of when I go live, hit the bell as well. And if you ever forget where to find me, just remember Artful Stampin', or even One Sheet Wonder. So if you type in onesheetwonder.co.uk, you will find me. It will take you directly to my playlists. Well, currently it does anyway. Right, shall we see what this looks like made up? Yeah, they are expensive for what they are, but the thing is, my husband doesn't drink hardly anything. So I always feel that opening a big bottle, I'd end up either having to drink most of it myself, or then put half of it in a stew, which I don't mind doing. But if it's a nice bottle of wine, it's like, oh. So I thought £1.24 wasn't too bad. That's why I bought it. So I'm just folding these up so that when I actually make the box, it will sit nicely. Thanks, Esther. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, cutting out sugar will help there. Also, just being aware of your carbohydrates as well, Christine, because obviously, you know, not complex. What's the opposite of complex carbohydrates? They turn to sugar very quickly. So cutting out pasta and white bread and that kind of stuff, that will help immensely. And just trying to eat more protein. There we go. Steph knows all about it. She's just said it as well. Oh, you know what? You know that I'm not a big box maker, but that is so easy to put together. And it's perfect. Look at it. It's got all the notches and everything. Oh, it comes out. That was brilliant. And if you want to make a pretty belly band or put a ribbon around it, you can do. That, oh, gorgeous. Gotta order these now. Yep. They're really, I think they're a good value for money. Just try to get some little envelopes to show you that they fit. So these are the little... So it makes sense that when you've got all your stamps out, you could stamp a few little note cards, couldn't you? Look, there we go. So those are the minis. Well, I say mini, but the notelets and envelopes. So you buy these in 20s. You get 20 envelopes and 20 note cards. And they're pre-scored as well. Look, they come like this. They're pre-scored, so you get... You've got a score there. They're great for making little mini cards. Yeah. That's oh, and a bar of chocolate would fit in there. A little bar of chocolate. You know, not too much. And then what does someone say? Put a sunflower on the top of it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you could put cookies. Yeah, that would be beautiful. Cards and candy for Christmas, yes. Oh, well done, Taylor. How did you do that? Oh, homemade fudge. Now, if you're really clever, when you stamped, I'm just having a look at this to see how you can make the pattern meet up. Yeah, so maybe when you stamped that side, if you stamped that side as well, it would kind of like carry on the pattern. But there we go. Yeah, let's stop talking about you know what. Let's move on. Next subject. Sorry, it was my fault for starting to talk about CHOCLATE. Oh, I tell you what I have discovered. I'm sending a gift. Last mention of that word. Look, I've discovered. You know I made these DL size cards, the letter size cards. Look what fits in the envelope. Look. So, how cool is that? Oop. You saw who that was for then. You don't know her anyway. It's a friend of mine who moved away from the area. And I know that she likes dark chocolate, so every so often I send her a little bar. She's a busy lady with 2 little kiddies, so I like to treat her. Right. There we go. 1, 2, 3. That came together really quickly. And it's worth remembering, you know, the process for this one, because it's by basically creating a bit of a layout with a background stamp, that burlap one. And I did it with this process as well, wasn't it? It was like doing the sort of the texture first, and then doing your flowers. Because once you've got your different areas, you don't have to overthink it. Like with this one, I had to think a bit harder for this one. This one was much easier, and this one was easier. So, right. So there, 1, 2. Chips are your weakness. Oh, I think food is my weakness. Kay says, I can't choose. I love them all. It's alright, you don't have to choose if you don't want to. It's fine. Thank you, Reet. Well, Reet, I'm impressed with all your beautiful one-sheet wonders as well. Oh, and actually, I was thinking of you with this one because you posted something on Artful Stampin Space. So for those of you who don't know, I've run a Facebook group called Artful Stampin Space, and it's where you, yes you, after you've been inspired by seeing what I've done and you've had a go, you can post your pictures of what you've done. And I commented today, actually, it's so lovely that if you on Facebook, if you click on the photos, you will just see all these gorgeous photos of what people have done. It's really inspiring. And I try and keep the group quite clean in that we don't have like loads of chattery bits in between. We have a specific area for people to chat, and then basically it's about sharing photographs so that it, you know, as you scroll through the group, you're not kind of like stopping and starting looking at things. It's very much picture after picture after picture, and that's kind of like the way I like it to run. So do head over there if you want some more inspiration, and you will see, you know, people have gone off and perhaps copied what I've done, and then they've kind of put their own spin on it and done it in their own colours, and or taken one of the colour challenges and had a go with that. So there we go. Yeah, Reet's work is beautiful, isn't it? Yeah. Artful stuff. Thank you, Kay. Thank you. Yeah, and Reet, you're getting a lot of practice in, and it does make a difference if you practice. It does. Don't be afraid of just having a go. Go for it, and then just keep practicing. You don't have to show us your first ones if you really, really don't like them, but people are often surprised that once they get going, they really love the process, and yeah, it becomes quite addictive, doesn't it, ladies who've already had a go? It's working brilliantly for me. I'm knitting furiously and only allowing myself. In severe desperation. Oh, have you got a specific occasion to knit for, Martina? Oh dear. I'm crocheting again now. So after I do a live, I need to have a time to kind of wind down before I go to bed. So I go off and do a bit of crocheting. It is very addictive. Yes, it does, doesn't it, Deborah? Yeah, the more you do, the better it gets. Really, Steph? Oh, that's great to hear. Oh, good. Oh, I love hearing that as well, that people are making cards and selling them. That's great. Yeah, no, Anna, I think you've improved. Yeah. Oh, the socks for your son-in-law. Yes, I think you showed me what you were doing. Yeah. Yes, it's a lovely pattern, isn't it, Deborah? It's out of a book that I've had for ages that I just sort of had a look at it and thought, oh, I can do a pattern out of here. Because I in a way, I forget that I've got patterns written down. I tend to go to Pinterest and look for a pattern. And then it was really nice to discover I've actually got it in a book. So I can refer back to it. He has large feet. Oh dear. And what size needles are you using? See, I'd be so tempted just a thicker wool and thick needles if I was doing one for a big guy. How much for cards and how much are you charging, Steph, for a card and an envelope? Is it Taylor? Are you asking Steph? Oh yes, I've come across YouTube channels that basically they go through a pattern and they just do it in front of you in real time. I think it's brilliant. So helpful. Who's that? I have to split between washcloths and stamping. Oh, are you crocheting as well? £3 per card. Good, a good price. Hi, Marcel. You got your first order. Fantastic. What, as a demonstrator? Oh, fantastic. Congratulations. So size 2 needles. Does that mean they're really, really, really tiny? Take care, Ivy. Oh, I tell you what I could do is I could cut this up to make cards to go in the box, couldn't I? Because this is on Whisper White and the boxes are Whisper White. These are very vanilla, so I couldn't really do that. Oh, number 2s are thick. Okay, great. What, you want the box, do you, Taylor? Oh. Well, I could do a drawer actually. If I make some cards, I could do a drawer for this. Yeah. I am trying to get to my next subscriber target. So I'm at 7,200 at the moment, so I'd like to get to 8,000. Wouldn't be cool to get to 10, but anyway, let's do step at a time. So yeah, as a way to encourage people to share videos and share my channel, maybe I could do I'll do a did I do any others beside these tonight? No, I didn't. I did that one, then I did that one, and then I did the box. Okay. Oh, a 2mm. See, I thought it was 2mm. Gosh, no wonder it's taking you so long. Oh my goodness, I wouldn't even dream of doing 2mm. I think the smallest I've done is 3.5. Right, I'm going to go now. Thank you guys for keeping me company. Always nice to chat to you guys. You're always so informative. And so these boxes are available now in the annual catalogue, of which I've lost my catalogue. Where have I put it? I mailed out quite a few catalogues today. So some of you we'll be getting them in the next couple of days. Just gonna find them. I think they worked out about £7 for 10 boxes. Yes, £7 for 10 boxes, so 70p each. And if you're a demonstrator, obviously you get your discount. I might even have got some of the pizza mini ones left in my stash somewhere. I could decorate those. But that would make a really nice prezi, wouldn't it? Now, I did want to see if it would go large letter. Oh, no! No. Oh, that's so frustrating. So in the UK, that would have to go as small parcel rate. Oh. Yeah, there's no way of making that go through. Unless you sent it flat. Which kind of... It kind of takes away the specialness of it, doesn't it, if you send a box flat. But if you're really that stingy, as I am, I would send it flat. Because in the UK, so I know this sounds weird for you guys in the States, you might not understand our British postal system, but basically it's the difference of like maybe £1.50. Like, so if I was to post this flat with some cards, it'd probably cost me £1.80 or something. And then to post it as a parcel, it's £3.10. Ah! Never mind. Nothing wrong with sending it flat, says Cindy. You know what, Cindy? You're a woman after my own heart. I'm going to just say that. I'm going to write a note. Cindy said it was okay for me to send this to you flat, so it's coming to you flat. Hi, Ruth. Where did I get my measure for posting? I think I got this either off eBay or Etsy. Yeah. It's so handy. It's probably one of the most useful things I've ever bought. Yeah, so it's £2.95 if you're doing the postage from home. But if you go to a post office, it's £3.10. So if you're doing it from... Yeah, I do mine from home now, so it's £2.95. But, yeah, but if you go to a post office, Esther, it's £3.10. Yeah, just look up postal guide. Like, sometimes you can get them in plastic. This one's wood, which I just quite like it because it's wood. No, you'll have to look at your region, obviously. Not always. Oh, my post office always charged me £3.10 now. Yeah. I think it may be Wales. Really? What, it's more expensive in Wales? Ah. How much is the cards and envelopes set? It is... where are we? Note cards now. It's £6.50 for 20. So let's do the maths on this then. So would you do a set of 5, ladies and gentlemen? Is that how you would send this out, or would you do a set of 10? I would do 5 personally. So you'd get four sets by buying 1 pack of that, and you'd get 10 of those. So if you were to buy 2 packs of that and 1 pack of that, I don't know what, let's take off the 2 because you wouldn't use those, so let's call it, so £6.50 divided by 5 is £1.30 plus 70p. So that would cost £2 to make. So it would cost £2 to make a box with little envelopes and cards, which I think you could charge £5 for at least, as long as they were stamped nicely, obviously. You know, no splodges on it. So there we go, £2. That's not too bad actually. And if you're a demonstrator, of course, you get a discount on that. Right, I'm going. Take care, guys. Nice to see you all, and hopefully I'll be back again tomorrow at some point. Not quite sure what we're doing when. You couldn't do 5. You'd have to do an even number. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, you could suppose you could do 6 or 4. Yeah, you could do 4. Actually, if you did 4, you'd get 5 lots out of that. So you'd get. So if you bought 2 packs of that and 1 pack of the paper pumpkins, that would be a good. That'd be good value. Yeah. Okay then. Take care, everybody. Bye.